All right, bro. Last warm up. Let's see it. Come on. Yep. I'll say it after you get a winner, Max. I want to get in your head and overthink it. Okay. I'll tell you afterwards. Yeah. Okay. But just keep doing what you're doing right now.
Well, fuck. Now I'm worried. Now I'm worried.
Another one. Okay. Go. PR lifestyle is more than just hitting a PR in the squat, bench, or deadlifts. A PR could be going a week without skipping a meal. It's about being the best version of yourself, always improving.
Come on, somebody out there sitting working harder than you. No! Somebody working harder than you. Hurry up! Let's go! Somebody gonna outwork you. Somebody outwork you right now.
You versus you. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Here we are at Zoo Culture with Nick. Thanks for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. So he is an incredibly strong bencher. How strong? We'll see today, but he's already accomplished a 550-pound bench at 19 years old. So my best at 19 is 565. And I'm very confident you're going to completely blow right past that today.
I am too, yeah.
I hate to be a buzzkill, but I did a crazy arm session yesterday. My triceps are completely obliterated. Even one plate, you're like, wow, this shit is ridiculous. So I want to do chest with you afterwards.
Okay.
Maybe some flies, some chest variations, but bench, I'm totally knackered.
Okay.
But I'm happy to be your hype man.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And make sure you surpass my best at 19.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah, let's get cracking.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Oh yeah. Looking pretty explosive there.
Yeah. Oh, good.
You want my quick jumps?
Yeah. I'll go by whatever you feel too.
Okay, sure.
Recently, I've been doing reps with 3 plates and up.
Okay.
Just because I have some bad bicep tendonitis.
Where are you getting that from? Squats?
I don't know. Maybe benching too much. Because I haven't really done anything else besides bench for a while, except log pressing. So, wrapping up at like 3 plates kind of just keeps everything
log pressing will do it.
Yeah. So
that curling motion, curling it up.
Yeah, and I really don't do any bicep exercises either, so I gotta start doing that. But I wrap up at 315 and go up from there just because, it feels better on my biceps. It keeps everything tight.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I deal with tendonitis mostly just from arm wrestling now, but in the past, I would get it from squatting. Get too close, compression, light it up. Yeah. I didn't know about using wraps during that time. I wish I did. I would have used them at that time. Because the compression they give just kind of completely masked the pain. It's really good for that.
I have an interesting history with the wraps. I've been using them since I was 17. So I had the black ones, the original black ones when they came out. I still have them, but they're worn out. I hit 400 for the first time when I was 17.
Shit, okay.
And those, and then
that's awesome.
Sporadically, like 2 years later, my bench went up to 500.
And now nearly 600.
Yeah. So
that's so good. So you're gonna be benching wraps today, right?
Yeah. I'll wrap up at like 3 plates up.
Okay, perfect.
Not so much right now because I really haven't done anything else besides bench recently. And I took 2 days off, which was funny. Me and my friend Connor have a running joke where he was like, I bench like all the time until I get hurt. So he was funny. He was like, wow, like the one thing that'll stop me from benching every day is lifting with Larry. So I was like, Okay. Last thing I want to do is get hurt.
How often are you benching?
Like every 2 days for the most part. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I've only made progress benching once a week. I need so much time to recover from heavy lifting.
When I'm following, like, I had Pete Rubish, he coaches me. So, he was very good with my bench. Like, we did a very low frequency kind of a high frequency, like, lower-ish volume. And it really brought my bench up. I hit 500 in my meet prep. Like, completely raw, just wrist drops.
Okay. Yeah.
Paused.
And he doesn't look it, but he's 275 pounds.
Yeah, I posted.
Where do you hold it?
Probably my upper body, I'd say. Some of my legs, but I made the mistake of posting in a Facebook group chat. Apparently everyone's seen me in person, so I'm not 275. I don't know why I lie about that, but I'd lie about it because my lifts sound more impressive, but you know.
Yeah, if anything, saying you're like 240, not 275.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Wouldn't be more impressive.
Yeah. I'll go with this real quick.
Oh yeah, that's it.
1, 2, 3.
Yep. That's good, yeah.
I'm like always rethinking, like especially on the lighter weights, I'm thinking about bringing it down too slow or too fast, and then as I start getting like higher, like 4 plates up, it kind of just like my mind takes over.
Yeah, autopilot.
So, yeah, exactly, yeah. Especially because I bench so much that it's like kind of just used to it.
Right. I mean, if you're a new lifter and you start doing bench the way you do it or I do it,
Yeah.
But if you build up to it, because I've always hit my biggest benches with a very twitch eccentric.
Yeah.
Less time under tension.
I'm just really prone to pec strains. So when I was, I still work out with Joe, but when I was like working out with him like every bench day when we used to lift at this gym that closed in East Meadow, I would always get pec strains because I was like obsessed with the way he benched. Because when he benches, he's basically like on his neck, with the height he has. So I was always like, I want to try that because Joe's like one of my role models. And I just kept trying that. My pec kept straining, either that or like 315 would almost decapitate me. So I went back to like where my body is like supposed to bench. So touch the ball like right here.
Exactly, same here. The higher you go, the more chest recruitment, but also the more dangerous it is.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, I have a big chest, but I'm not that chest dominant. Like all like my missed lifts are off my chest. If I get something like right above, like so, with the way I try to work the wraps, where if I could get it like past through the wraps, my triceps take over, and it usually fires up. But hopefully it moves today, which I think it will. I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, there's no way in hell you're not going to bench 570 plus today.
I feel good. Like so, 315, I'll usually like get a tell. Like, the thing is like, for me, it's either mentally or like I'll actually feel like beat up. So like, usually like if 315 doesn't feel like, like lightning fast up, then I'll be like, okay, I'm kind of in for like a bad day. But
you had like a week off, so you usually bench 2 times a week, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Today, as of now, you got like a week off since today.
I did 405 for 3 for a deload on Monday. Okay. Just so I was supposed to be a 3x3, I did a 2x3 because I was like, I'm not proving anything with the third set. But I kind of just called it because I was like, I swear to God, if I get hurt, Like after I hit 550, my pec was kind of tweaked a little bit. And that was like right after I sent that to you, like, oh, we're moving back to LA, and I was like walking around the gym, like kicking everything. I was like, oh, fuck.
Well, your pec's feeling okay today. Right?
Yeah. It feels the best it has. Knock on wood, it stays that way for It feels the best it's been in a while.
When was the pec strain?
What?
When was the pec strain?
they come as they please. Had one last Saturday, but it wasn't even that bad. Like I've had ones where I've been out benching for like 2 weeks, but I could kind of just like my body's kind of just learned to just like just heal on itself because my body kind of knows like, all right, I'm benching in 2 days anyway.
That's totally not normal, by the way.
Yeah.
Just in case you didn't know.
I know, yeah.
Okay.
But kind of being a bench specialist in a way right now, my body's kind of like just used to like recovering it quickly, especially when I'm eating. Okay. If I'm eating, like I salt all my food to the point where it's like white. So she's not happy with that, but it works for staying hydrated, staying injury free.
Yeah, very true. I believe in that too.
Yeah,
for sure. Maybe after the workout we'll talk about maybe your technique or
definitely,
your training frequency.
Yeah, definitely.
Get those pec strains to stop coming.
Yeah,
I only had one in all of my 10 years of lifting.
Yeah.
Only one pec strain. Okay. So if you can strive for that.
Yeah, and especially like I compete in strongman, not really powerlifting, but it's one of those things where I can't just give up bench because it's the one thing like if I train it, it'll blow up right away. I gotta like kind of be smart with it where it's like I can't really have it affect my log press anymore because it does. But after I hit, I want to try and hit 600 soon.
Okay.
So after I hit 600, then I'm kind of like retiring for a little bit.
Okay.
Take like a couple months off and then bullshit my way into going for a higher bench.
You probably have a sick shoulder press then on a military press.
The thing is I can never get a good position.
Okay.
So because I can't get it, like last December I hit 275 for 5 strict.
Oh, okay.
When I was 18 at the time, it just hasn't moved since. My log press is blowing up, but that's the only thing that's actually like exploded, not like a strict military press.
Okay.
Because it was kind of disappointing. I hit 275 for 5 strict last January, I think, last January. And then I hit 315 on a push press. And like it was like exciting at the time. This was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, I should be like strict pressing 30 pounds more than this, But
if you make it a priority.
Yeah, then it'll blow up. But right now, it's like bench is my priority because it's just the first thing that explodes for me.
It's coming easy for you if you're already doing this.
Yeah.
So I love to stress the importance of a good training program. John Gaglione has coached me over the years through 3 all-time world records. And if you're looking for guidance in your journey, click the link down below or visit larrywheels.com for the best training programs in the industry.
1, 2, 3.
I noticed something about your bar path when you press.
What'd you notice?
I'll say it after you get in 1 or max. 'Cause I don't want to get in your head and then you overthink it.
Okay.
I'll tell you afterwards, yeah.
Okay.
But just keep doing what you're doing right now.
Well, fuck, now I'm
You're doing
worried.
what
Now I'm worried.
Yeah, you're doing what you're
Does
doing.
anything look like bad?
But I'll tell you now, you're going to overthink it, right?
Okay,
So
good
I'll
point.
tell you afterwards.
Good point.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Okay. I would never want to have someone in my head before PR attempts. Oh, by the way, you're doing all this wrong. I'm like, wait, what? And then you can't do PR.
Yeah.
So let me just try and give my 2 cents afterwards.
Okay.
But for now, bar's moving really good.
Okay. Yeah, that
You
felt
know,
pretty good, yeah.
And this is the way your body is comfortable lifting. If I try and change something right now,
Yeah, good point,
It's only
yeah.
gonna feel worse, not better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. I usually go 455, and then I'll take, trying to think if I should change that today. Maybe like, what do you think? Because if I go for 565 or 570,
Definitely go for 55. Yeah.
455, okay.
Seeing that's little time to warm up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good point. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'll go 55. You want to throw clips on, or?
Definitely. Practice. So you usually wrap them yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I can't, with the people I train with, it's like I'm not with them all the time. So it's kind of just like, what?
I offer.
Yeah, but I like to have them the same way every time. And it's like I know how they feel right for me.
Okay.
So unless I have like the same person with me every time I bench, which 6 times a week, it's not always the not always the most convenient.
Where you
But
bench 6 times a week?
I have it in the past. Yeah, I've benched for a week straight.
Wow.
Yeah, it's playing with fire, but
Good. I've deadlifted every day for a week straight.
what?
I've deadlifted every day for a week straight. Yeah, I mean that didn't last long.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the first and last time I tried that.
how long ago was that?
Back to like 18 or 19. Trying shit out, making mistakes.
Yeah, I made all my
Kill
stupid
myself.
mistakes so far training, which is nice.
Oh, yeah.
Like deadlifting back to back, something always pops. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, boss? 1, 2, 3. Yep. Nice.
Okay.
Safe to say we're going to 5 plates now?
Yeah. It's weird. I record all my warm-ups. I really don't look at them until I'm done lifting though, because it's like the second I see something move just a little bit off, I'm like in my head I'm texting like all my friends. Like my friend Connor always gets all my warm-ups because he's like the first person I started lifting with back in high school. He'll get them, and I always send him because he always says easy. Because the thing is, like, if I send warm-ups to someone, I don't want actual feedback. I want that look good. I don't want it to be like, oh, that one was slower than last week. I want just bullshit me for a couple minutes. Just be like, oh, look fast. Perfect. Because I've sent it to some people, and like, how does it look? I was like, oh, like a little slow at the top. I'm like, great. Now I'm not going any heavier than this. I get in my head way too easily.
But sometimes you need someone to check you as well.
Yeah. Unless it's like,
Keep you safe.
yeah. My friend Connor's really good with that. Like, unless if something looks like really off, like I'll be like he'll like point something out, like your left side was a little bit slower, so I'll be like when my shoulder's acting up, so that's like when I'll take it. But if like something moves just like a little bit like slower than the week before and I feel fine, just tell me it's good.
I'm still like trying to get over that you bench 3 times a week.
Yeah, I know that's probably not going to last very long, because eventually like getting heavier with weight and everything like that, it's going to catch up to me. Kind of just riding it out for as long as I can though right now.
Well, Adam didn't work for
Yeah.
quite a while. When he was like, what, 25 years old? 30?
27.
27, yeah. When he was that age, he was bench 3 times a week. Yeah. He hit 5, how much?
507.
507.
Was that with kilo plates?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I hate those things.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was like 550 with the 45 pound plate.
What?
That was like the equivalent like doing 550.
Yeah,
with pound
yeah.
plates,
It's funny. I like completely changed my technique for when I do touch and go versus paused. like I've been training pause since February up until September when I hit 535 like paused. You know, I'm sure someone will have an issue with that. He's saying it's paused, not in competition. But I did, Andrew House.
Of course.
I would like replicate his bench technique like the best I could, and it really worked for me. And then I started doing touch and go again, and I was like, I'm not doing touch and go with a thumbless grip because
Have you flipped?
What? Yeah, so I hit 535 paused in September. I think it was like September 14th or 13th. And I was doing back down sets after that with 425. And I put the wraps on, but I didn't put my wrist wraps on. And there was so much tension built up where I could bench without wrist wraps with elbow wraps, that's no problem, but I have to grip the bar. So I was going thumbless, and eventually like I had 425, I forgot how many reps I was doing, sets, whatever it was. Got like right here, and I just rolled down my hands and like banged like right here. And I was on the phone with her. And I was like kind of like not yelling, but I was like, hey, my buddy John was like, Johnny, he sprinted over because it was like progressively working its way up.
That's scary.
I just started shushing and then, fuck.
It didn't really, that went.
You don't feel comfortable with them over?
I just liked it because, one, I was trying to replicate him the best I could, because it's like you, Pete, House, and the Lily Bridges are like my idols of powerlifting. So I was like, I was trying to replicate him, and I was watching his videos from like when he was my age and stuff like that, and I was like, I kind of like his bar path, because we have the same like bar path for the most part. And thumbless grip, I just liked it because it didn't tax my elbows too much.
Interesting. Okay.
And then, after that 435, I went right back to thumb.
Yeah.
425. I went right
they
back
just
to
once for everything to go wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll take this real quick and then.
Okay. You're good.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Nice.
That felt probably best it's had in a while.
It was only slightly slower than the 455.
Yeah. That
Slightly.
and it's weird because a lot of times like my 455, my 495 will move faster than my 455.
Okay.
It just happens. I don't know why. I guess once I get under 500, it's kind of like, oh shit, it's 500. So it's kind of like just like out of fear.
There's this thing in powerlifting, respecting the weight.
Yeah.
So on the warm-ups, you may just think, okay, it's lightweight, not too focused about moving it efficiently. And
I
with
try-
adrenaline, you can when you have your weight. So
I try and go like, I would say probably like 80% or 75, 80% what I can like kind of gauge up until like 3 plates. 3 plates, I'll go like 90% speed, and then 4 or 5 up, I'll go full on. Because the thing is like, I've tweaked my pec before, like trying to like throw 225 through the roof, and then I felt like a little tweak there, and then that's the rest of my workout. So I kind of learned to like, I know weights like 225 and 315 are always going to move fast, so I don't really focus on like throwing them through the ceiling anymore. I do that with a lot of my with my lifts, so like log press, deadlift. I do the same thing. Like I won't try and like log once I'm back here. Like say it's like with like 145 because the log we have is 95 and 25 pound jumps. I don't try and like kind of throw it because then either my front delt will tweak or my elbow will tweak. It's like I'm not really proving anything to anyone.
what's up with all these tweaks, dude?
What?
What's up with all these tweaks?
Genetics. Genetics. Diet. My diet. I get hurt when my diet's not that good.
So what's your diet look like right now?
It's the vertical diet.
Yeah.
It's basically that.
Okay.
But then I'll throw on like cookies and stuff like that. At the end of the night if I want to. I had like a really bad problem with food. Like a while, I would eat my idea was like I'd eat a cookie and be like, all right, the night's ruined, and I'll just go through a box of Oreos, no problem. And
like go for Pandora's box.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, kind of just like walking through my kitchen, like opening drawers as I go, just like picking little things out, or a lot of things. But now it's like now that I'm on like an actual plan, I'll like still throw in cookies, but I'm fine with having like 2 cookies a night. Especially because like I'm full at the end of the day. Full in a good way, not like bloated. But also, I just kind of like the taste of like actual food better now.
But it's like once you get in that habit of eating sugar every day,
Yeah.
you crave it more and more.
Yeah. So now I really just do it before I work out, which I started doing before I work out, and like my lifts have my bench has exploded.
I have sugar every morning. 'Cause I know I'm burning every day. Fuel for my workout.
What do you have for like breakfast?
Breakfast is usually like pancakes or French toast. Then I have my protein.
Yeah.
I'm just doing like we don't have a breakfast every day, French toast, whatever.
I usually go with like, depends when I get up. I'm usually up around like 12, I'd say. Okay. Like I actually get moving, so I'll usually just have like beef and rice or beef and potato. Okay. It usually feels good. I really started setting like all my sugar and like caffeine intake around my workouts. Yeah. And most of my carbs are pre-workout. I was trying to eat like 1,000 grams of carbs leading up to this.
How do you manage that?
A lot of candy, yeah. So I did it for the past like 4 days. So, you know, it was a lot of candy. So the Trader Joe's by me, they have these like pre-made rice packets. You just throw in the microwave for 3 minutes. You know, I was having like 3 of those at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like 200 like a serving. You know, after having 3 of those.
20 grams of carbs a serving.
No, after having like 3 my servings.
Okay.
You know, after having like 3 or 4 of those, okay. It's like 200. So that's good. Like before workout, I don't really get rice. Don't get too bloated. You know. Trying to think, what should I jump to next?
I'd go 545.
You think 545?
Yeah, and then 570.
Yeah. Okay. I can't get in my head because this is 500 pounds on my max, so I'm like expecting this to like kind of glitch up. I just can't get in my head when it doesn't fly up like 405 did.
All you need to think about is just executing properly.
Yeah.
Anything else is be distracted.
Yeah.
You know what to do.
Hell no.
All right, bro. Last warm up. Let's see it. Come on.
Tom Cruise.
Yep. Finish it. Finish it. Yep.
Still move. You got done doing AMRAP with something.
With an AMRAP?
Yeah.
Okay.
How
did it feel?
It felt good. I was sliding up a little bit.
I didn't notice that. Yeah, I focused more on the bar.
I was sliding up on the bench a tad. Okay. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. But maybe I'm just like happy with 545 single.
Yeah, so was it.
The thing is, it's like it was only 5 pounds under my max.
Yeah.
Should have recorded that.
Well, we did record it. You're good.
Okay. I didn't even realize. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good to go. You're good to go.
I'm trying to think. I want to hit like some sort of like PR.
Well, what's your best AMRAP?
500 for 4.
Okay. 500 for 4. The thing is, after hitting a winner max like that.
Yeah.
Pretty heavy.
I'm actually happy with the way that moved though, because it felt comfortable for the most part. Besides, I like slid up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it felt comfortable because it's only 5 pounds under my max.
It was a clean lift regardless.
Yeah.
How many times have you hit 405?
10.
10. Do you think you could do?
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Yeah, I just saw about 4 or 5 at 19 years old, casually. Like,
yeah, right.
Gonna do 4 or 5 for 10 reps at 19.
Am I trying to chase Cody Wilson?
Sorry?
I'm like trying to chase Cody Wilson because
he hit 585.
I was like, motherfucker. You know?
I'm telling you.
That's also really good. Okay.
I'll go to 4 or 5 and do an AMRAP.
Sure. No pec strain, right?
No.
Okay. We're still in it then.
Yeah. Realistically, my raw max right now is probably like still like 5.
You think the wraps give you 50 pounds?
What?
You think the wraps give you 50 pounds?
No, touch and go with wraps. Wraps, the thing is like, some people that use them, it's like, it doesn't give me much. But at the end of the day, like, if I get it wrapped a certain way, I could hit, 20 pounds over,
I can get a good consistently 5% over wraps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
That's same. And I just like them because, they bump your bench up a little bit, but it just completely negates
any information.
Exactly, yeah. And I have like really bad elbow tendonitis. Like if I bench and log at the same time, like in the same like frequency kind of, that's when like everything acts up. My elbow, my bicep. So kind of just like wrapping my elbows for bench, it just takes the strain off of everything.
Well, that's the thing, right? If you're dealing with pec strain and you have elbow tendonitis, that's you should be having less frequency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Less inflammation.
Yeah, I'm just dumb.
So you guys remember the death grip video, where if you squeeze it really too hard and you chafe it, make it go numb, and you deal with ED? Well, ED can also be caused from low testosterone. And if you want to get it checked out, and see if you qualify for testosterone replacement therapy, you need to visit Transcend. Link in the description box below.
Oh, you wrap low.
Well, I'm going to go a bit higher. I don't know where your joint is, so trial and error. I'll adjust it if it doesn't feel right.
No, that feels really good.
Yeah, these are definitely worn in.
Yeah.
They got a lot of stretch in them. How's that?
That's perfect, yeah.
All right, boss. Here it is.
2, 3.
Yep. Yep. Nice. Yep. Tighter. Yep. Yep. Push. Yep. Yep. Yes. Yep. 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 Big air. Yep. Yep. Yeah, one more.
One more.
Big air. Yep. Finish it. Got it.
Nice.
Hell yeah. That was 12, right?
Yeah.
That's so good. That's so legit.
That's 2 FPR. All right, nice.
I definitely didn't do 4 or 5 for 12 when I was making. I definitely did not do that. That's legit.
Thank you.
Shit, slow down, all right?
I like the way you
Let me have that. Yeah. I wonder if I wrapped you for the 545 or whatever.
Probably, yeah. The thing is,
And that was like a medium wrap. I didn't give it everything I had.
yeah, I noticed that, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really like all-out wraps because by the time I get my wrist wraps on set, like no blood in my wrist. So that's when my forearms look sick.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's another thing. Like when I bench, like especially with wraps, my forearms like explode with like veins and shit. I'm like, I look like Larry is when he's not pumped. My endurance for bench, I hit 315 for 21 2 summers ago on a shitty really bad commercial gym bench. Like the ones with the blue pads.
Yeah, they're too narrow and the rack height's too low.
I was like 240. Year and a half later, I'm up like 20, 30 pounds in body weight, still cannot break 21. I don't know why.
See, yeah, when you go for reps, you just have to train consistently for a few weeks.
Yeah,
Like if you did today 21 reps, next week did it again, you go like 25.
Yeah.
Week after 30, but your 1 rep max won't increase.
Yeah.
Capacity for higher reps will.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like I see people like Dan, like 225 for 100, 315 for like 50, whatever. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm like.
Well, he made a priority.
Yeah.
Getting to 100 reps. Like
Yeah.
he didn't start at like 90 and went to 100.
Yeah.
Probably started like 60.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Worked his way up to 100.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh yeah.
He's such a cool guy too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Joe, I remember he came to the gym that me and Joe used to work at Evolve last November. I think it was like November 13th or something. And I got there like 5 minutes after he did. I remember Joe texted me because it was Joe's first time meeting him. And I remember I got a text from Joe as I was walking. He's like, Dan is thick. I was like, oh boy. So I saw him in person. I was walking up. I was like, hey, what's up? And he turned to the side and I was like, what the it was like his chest was like touching me and I was on the other side of the room. I was like, Jesus. I was used to Joe, but Dan was like huge.
You have a similar build to Daniel.
Yeah.
Similar build.
That it's fine. I'm wearing the shirt he always wears. I take note
Is
of
it his shirt?
What?
Off his back.
Yeah.
What? It is his shirt.
What?
It is his shirt, man.
What?
One you're wearing.
No. That would be a little bit big on me. And it was funny. Like the first time I met Joe, my max was like 455 at the time, or no, 445, 440. It was somewhere around that. And I texted Joe on Instagram. I DM'd him and I was like, hey, like, I see you work out around. Like, want to help me get to 500? And he was like, kind of didn't believe me at first, because he was this kid, I really didn't. I had no profile picture on Instagram, I just made my lifting account, so I was like,
Probably
okay.
a troll.
Yeah.
No profile pic.
Yeah, and then I remember he, this was like a week before he worked out with you.
Okay.
And then I went to Evolve for the first time. I was at the gym, and I hit like 425 for a signal. I remember when I walked in, because I was like 230, so I wasn't nearly as like dense as I am now. And I met him, I met him for the first time. I looked at him, I was like, oh, this dude's gonna kill me. I was like, because Joe's chest is just something else,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You, him, and Daniel are just like the top of the bench game right now.
Thank you. Yeah.
100%.
Hopefully it
Under
stays that way.
300-pound guys, yeah. I guess over 300, we just have a couple guys. We have Julius, and we have another guy that I've actually reposted a few times. He's
Daniel, the Iranian?
Yeah, the Iranian.
Yeah. Damani?
Yeah, Damani.
Yeah.
But that's like the super heavyweight. These guys are over 400 pounds actually.
Yeah.
There's nothing in between.
Yeah, exactly.
They
Yeah.
just skipped
Yeah.
300 altogether, went straight to 400 plus. Julius weighs like 450.
Yeah.
That Daniel got like same thing, like 450.
Yeah.
So in comparison, like pound for pound, you guys are strong.
I always find it cool too. Like I look at like the stupidest things, like the benches they bench on.
Yeah.
I've seen like Daniel's, like he was benching on like kind of like a thinner pad. I was like, how does he do that? Because if I bench on like a pad like that's not this or a fat pad, immediately I get pec strains. So I'm like, how the hell do they do it? Like 700 pounds on the bar. when if I do like 315, I feel something tweak.
Well, I want to check out your bar pack actually with the barbell.
Yeah.
Like with the weights on top.
Okay.
I still get that.
So I pinned my back in May. I squatted 700 for 2.
Okay, that's legit.
And so I had that pin for a while, and then when Adam texted me, I switched all my pin videos to bench because I was like,
No, keep the squat and deadlift pin because you're more well-rounded. Right?
Yeah.
And you're doing strongman as a priority. This is secondary to you.
Yeah.
That makes you even more impressive.
It's MST Systems. You ever heard him, Shane German?
Yeah.
So my friend Johnny's being coached by him right now, and his log has just exploded. So it's kind of funny. Like at the same time, like my bench is like exploded, and his log has exploded, and we kind of train like similar in a way. I'm just a little bit dumber with the way I train, Except the difference between me and Joe is like he'll always like get it up the second time.
Does he?
And for the most time,
Never worked out for me.
It never worked out for me either. I just still try it. I don't know why. I stopped trying that though because I was like, that's when I'll get hurt.
Well, if I saw Joe do that all the time, I'd keep trying it too. Like, wait, why can't I do the same thing?
Yeah. It's crazy with Joe, you, Dan, Cody, Like
and you're in that group too,
I still
Don't
got
count
some.
yourself out.
I
You're
still
the
got
youngest
some.
of us.
I still got some, time to like prove myself.
Yeah. Maybe we'll work on bar path and then we'll see if I can make any significant change.
Yeah, definitely.
in How it feels. So I just want you to bench the way you normally do, so I can watch from a different angle. Because maybe I'm wrong. I'm watching it from behind. I got to see it from here. Okay. So your bar path is fine. What I noticed, I don't know if you noticed it, but your wrists are straight, right? And then on some reps, you just completely have like your knuckles to the floor.
I think that kind of stems from when I was doing thumbless grip for the past 8 months, whatever it was. I think I'm still kind of there for the most part.
Yeah, and then some reps you don't do it.
Yeah.
Like the first 2, you were straight, right?
It really depends on where I set up, because like from going to pause to touching, my technique changed completely with everything. Like a lot of times, like when I was doing like pause, like my head would be back here, because I would dip the bar so low, like even down to here. So like I would already be like behind the bench because then I just fire it back up because the bar would land so low. Right. And just from the unrack, I got it like neutral in my elbows when I was like my head was like here,
Okay.
But with touch and go, I was worried that it wasn't gonna feel right at first because I've been pausing for so long, but it kind of like came back to me like right away, which is nice.
Yeah.
Especially like when I went, because I said to my friend Connor, I was like, I think I'm gonna go back to like a full grip, and he was like, yeah, for touch and go, do that.
I mean, I advise you for pause reps as well.
What?
I'd advise you for pause reps as well.
I'm back to like fully gripping the bar because the last thing I need is like a wrist injury or something like that.
But that's the thing, like, you're fully gripping the bar, but then you're letting your wrist go all the way back as well.
Yeah.
So like you're here at the bottom, when you could be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just that small change, I think, can make a nice difference. Yeah. I think maybe it's just from years of you benching this way.
Yeah.
Because even like this one is more bent than this one, right?
Okay.
They're not the same level of extension. So I think maybe if I demonstrate, it'll be easier to understand. See how my wrist stays?
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, I can't even bend my wrist back the way I can't even do it. That's painful.
Yeah.
I don't know how you've adapted to that.
Neither do I.
I don't know how you've adapted to that. I don't know. Did you ever bench this way?
Never.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be, just that small change could be a difference like 10% of your bench. Right? Without you even getting stronger, changing your diet, doing anything different, but just changing it from like way back here to here, that could be 10% right there. Okay. Yeah. Also, you eliminate any risk of you. Well, yeah, I've never seen anyone, with a wrist like this, with a full grip, have to watch slip out of their hands. Okay. One might be Mike Edwards.
Oh, maybe.
But I don't know if his wrists were hyper.
I don't remember either.
Yeah. But so when you try and bench with your wrist straight, right? When you unrack it and you're here and you bring it down, does that just feel like uncomfortable? Does it feel like you're weaker there?
It was weird. I didn't really focus on, like I kind of focused on it, but I didn't get in my head over it. Just now when I did that, you get what I'm saying? Like when I unracked it, I didn't focus too much on actually like keeping my wrist straight, because I already knew what was gonna happen. If I focused like like strictly keeping my wrist wrist vertical, it would have fell right out because I would have like put it too low or something like that.
Well, yeah, not vertical, not straight, just
like a little curve like that.
Not even that much. Yeah.
Like that?
More like that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Because you're way back here. You're at full extension. Yeah.
I think it could also kind of be like the different benches. You think like with the bench on, because
I think you're used to a thumbless grip, right? With thumbless grip, you can't go like this.
And I used the gym I work at Atlas. You know Carl Place at all?
Sorry.
Carl Place.
Carl Place.
It's like 20 minutes from Gaglione. Same. And I was going. The owner Pat has the Lily Bridge wraps that were like they go down to like here, like the 60-inch, Lily Bridge wraps that go down here.
Or double wrap to the wrist.
So that's why I was like so confident with going thumbless grip because like I'd wrap it, start it like right here, and it'd end up down here, and like I would really like couldn't even do that,
I got you. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So and then going back to like fully gripping the bar, I can't really use those anymore.
It's safer and I think stronger for you to just make that small.
Yeah.
Play around with it. Yeah, it feels.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. I'll probably bench like if we get back Sunday. I'll probably bench Sunday night.
And maybe less frequency.
Yeah.
These injuries, these tweaks, inflammation. You're just dealing with a lot of inflammation and from overtraining.
Yeah, and especially like for the most part, like when I get in like a really big bench phase, I'll still do back down sets, but a lot of times I'll just do top sets. Like my big lifts so far have been past 2 weeks. It was 460 for 6. I did 2 sets with that because the first one didn't record. Then I did 500 for 4.
Okay.
Then 550 for 1, 520 for 2.
Now 405 for 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite one.
Yeah. I like 405. 405 is cool because it's like it's a weight that like I can kind of like get fatigued with. Like 315 is kind of a weight where like you get bored with it. Not to sound like that, but like you know what I'm saying. Like you get like kind of like midway through, you get like kind of like bored in a way, if that makes sense. 405 is like a weight where it's like I know I'm not going that high with reps. Yeah. So I could kind of be like, okay, I have to hit 12 right now, because after 12, I said, I know I could kind of like, if I have a number in my head, I'll most likely hit it. So like I was kind of like, let's do 12 today, and especially when you were spotting me, I was like, all right, I can't fail.
Yeah, no failures today at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're really good.
I'm just really happy with that 545 because it's 5 times under my max.
Yeah,
that I hit Saturday.
And you're not peaked for it.
No,
You're
yeah,
not peaked.
yeah. I like. It's hard.
He did come on last minute's notice and pulled out pretty much like your all-time best bench.
Yeah.
And he just benched 2 days ago too.
I remember I texted. I did 4 or 5 for 2x3 with the deload before I came here because I didn't want to just like come in cold completely. And I sent it to my friend Connor, and he just wrote back, "Yeah, you're ready." LOL. I was like, "Yeah."
All right. Go. Yeah, pull towards you, Nick. Pull towards you.
Careful. I like him. Like that all side pressure. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna get hurt.
Yeah. Nick, more. It's not here.
Yeah,
but more
pull me that way. Yeah, don't just try to push me to the side.
All right. God.
He looks pretty strong, Adam.
Yeah, he is.
Look at your hands.
I'm gonna bench 550 now. That's good. Nice job. You're strong.
Jesus. Yeah. The fact that you can make Adam work says a lot. He's no pushover. He's very good.
Yeah.
Hey, you got pretty big forearms there. Yeah. Beast. Thank you. I would say, do you want a rematch? But no, I have a win right now. I might lose. So I don't want to do that.
I get a shot with you lefty just like this. So go. Okay.
Jesus.
Another one. Okay, go.
Come on, Nick, you got him. Right there.
He's like playing with me.
You have a spot where you're really strong.
Yeah.
Like right in there, but if I go outside.
Exactly.
I mean, you'd probably beat most non-arm wrestlers. Yeah.
You might beat your girlfriend. Maybe. Oh, she's like, what? What? Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So you can put your arm here.
Okay.
Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pull his hand like towards you. Think of it like a row.
Okay.
Yeah, you're kind of doing this. So not so much here, but more like pulling him towards you.
Okay.
And you can have your elbows slide back as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Give it your best shot.
Come on, you got this. Okay.
Do you flex
Larry will start you.
Sorry?
You flex your bicep at all doing this?
All right, so start him up, Blair.
Okay. Go when you guys are ready. Go. Yeah.
You're gonna smash him. Get him! Oh, look at her.
Joke was funny.
That was good.
All right, guys. That's a wrap today with 19-year-old Nick. And he has a pretty lofty goal, 600 pounds by March. I think he can make it happen, especially with that small adjustment with the wrist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And a bit less frequency. Pete, don't kill me, please. But maybe this guy might just need a little bit more rest. Maybe even like twice a week, or 3 times a week,
mm-hmm.
right? Let's see what happens until March.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I'm just really happy he did 545.
Yeah.
And we didn't try and go for 570. Mm-hmm. There's no aches or pains or injuries.
Yeah, and that 545, my max is 550, so I felt very comfortable.
Yeah,
just
you're not
500
peak
on max. Yeah, exactly.
That's
yeah.
you're not peak for,
yeah.
which is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're peaked in March, right? If you're prepping for something in March before you turn 20, maybe even like a 6-plate goal.
Yeah.
but
Definitely between. Like I hit 585 with the slingshot.
Okay.
The other day, or like 2 weeks ago, and that felt comfortable. So I kind of just having the weight in my hands, I was able to be like, okay, I had this like relatively soon.
Yeah. Okay. I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. I'll be right here behind you on your side.
Thank you.
Rooting for you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And on that note, if you don't follow him, link down below. Please support him. He's 19 years old. He's going to make a big splash in strongman and powerlifting. Not only a bench specialist, but had a 700-plus squat and deadlift. And again, at 19 years old. I have to drill that in, okay? Because the last time I saw anyone doing lifts like this was me. Now there's you. All right, take the mantle, please.
Take it.
Take it, bro.
Yeah. I'm trying.
Yeah. So wish you all the best, bro. Thank you for coming out here on such short
for having
notice.
me. Thank you for having me.
I hope you guys can appreciate what he's doing at such a young age, and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
See
Thanks
soon.
for having me. Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Sure.